Damn, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, them make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look, see, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Throwing to start here is Tua. And Sharp calls it in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Dolphins at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 16, Tua. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Hey, check that, street. Right there,
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hands it off out of the gun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
43 rails. Yellow, go. Right, white.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal rule.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken from about the 12. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossing. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score.
10 cycles. 3 back. 22 middle. 5 through.
On 2nd and 9. Tua on the slant. This is Chark. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Ready.
Now Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes our score 17-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
One thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Going right side here, and that's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 39, Hurts, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Here's Hurts to throw.
Going to throw right side here, complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Slot man moves right. On 2nd and very short, Hurts. That's going to be caught.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. 2 and now on 1st down. And this one into the hands of D.J. Shark. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rolling to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Green. Yellow. 6. Mega. Roster. 6.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. There are 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the middle.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Come back in, come back in.
Hurts. And he'll just get rid of it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They go play action with Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Back to throw again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. In motion right is Watkins. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Jacobs His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Hurts will throw. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Shot, 17. White. 60.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Ultra. Light blue. Red, cycle. Go pink.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the turnover, it's Tua. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Dolphins, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3.